Hi, everybody. It's Sarah, and I am just thinking about what to do on this day that I get to work from home, and we've been asked to do some creative projects, which I am all for. I love being creative, and I don't think it takes a lot. So I have a pen, I have a piece of paper, and I have some music going, and then I have a Pinterest idea for drawing. So this one is called, I want to make sure to give credit. This is called, well, it's from Drawing, DrawingAriyablog .CHICLOTH.RU. So I got it on Pinterest. So the first step in this, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's there. That's what I'm going to follow. It has step-by-step directions to assist. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so this is a pretty zen-tangle type design. So it says first to draw some, I don't know if you can see this or not, draw some circles. I'm going to try to go big. And I'm not very good at art per se. Like, I don't have a steady hand for drawing, and I never studied art by any means, but it's my belief that everyone can do this. You don't necessarily have to be good at it. Okay, so I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles in a zigzag. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. And then it says to go ahead and connect those with a line. And I'm not going to do a straight line. I'm going to do like a zigzag line. And I'm kind of making it like a vine because I think the end kind of looks like a vine of flowers. But feel free, I think you could do jagged lines. I think however you're feeling right now, you could totally embrace that with whatever you want. That's the beauty of projects like this, is it's your very own, even if you're following step-by-step directions. So that's how it looks now. Oops, sorry. All right. Very much a Bob Ross artist. I really believe that there are no mistakes. When you're doing something like this is for you, and it's all about the process. Like, I'm enjoying making this video with the music. I'm using a Pandora station called Late Night Jazz, but you can use whatever you want. So the next thing is to draw little, like, I wanted to say happy little trees, but little petals on the things. It almost looks like a sunshine is what mine looks like, because they're not really petals, but they're more just little spiky things coming out. So we're going to do more with that later, it looks like. And we can do little... So on the drawing on Pinterest, it has those things only coming out like towards what would be, I guess, the top of the plant to allow room for squigglies later and dots. So do what you will with that. So there's the next one. And you see on that one, it's not perfect by any means. There is no such thing as perfection, is my kind of idea. And art is definitely about process. Oh, let me get rid of this ad. I'm going to go ahead and mute that for a few seconds. Sorry about that. I don't have the subscription to Pandora. I just have the free one that still has the ads. So, all right, here I am drawing the little spikes. And there we go. There's my last one. So this is what I'm looking like here. Sorry about if it's making you sick here. We'll see what it turns into, And you can use colors, and you can use all sorts of things. I know some of the directions are, now I'm on the 4th step. And the person who did this actually colored in the little circle, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in step number 3. You know, when you're doing art, it's important to have the environment that you want to set it up. When I was doing the creative coping group, I know I always asked the group members, you know, what kind of music that did they want? And, you know, listen to yourself on that and make sure to access the music that helps you feel like you, helps you feel creative, helps you feel like you can enjoy some time with yourself in this way. So let me see if Pandora is ready yet. There we go. I'm a big fan of jazz, and so I really like jazz, but I also like rock and roll. I love listening to what are called jam bands, and jazz and jam bands actually have a lot in common. So okay, so now this is what it looks like. I did the shading inside the things. So I'm going back to my directions here on Pinterest, and Pinterest is um, a great resource to get ideas on how to be creative. I love going to Pinterest. I spent many an hour on Pinterest. And for those of you who know me, you know that I love quotes, and I get a lot of my ideas for quotes there. So now it says to do these little twirly things coming out, if you can see what I did there. So I'm going to do those to all the dots in whatever comes my way, right? And I know this is probably not perfect, and you're like, oh, that is so ugly, but that's okay. I am enjoying myself and this creativity today. And, you know, it's definitely, if I were feeling lonely, this would definitely help pass the time. In the time that we are doing, that we're all kind of, you know, at home without our friends or with very different lifestyle right now. I think creativity gets to a place in our brain that allows us to just be without worry, without really thinking about too much. Okay, now these, I don't know if these are looking good or not. We'll see. Okay, so these are my little dots all connected in a row. All right, so the next step is to add some little dots, some little hollow dots. So this is what that looks like on that one, if you can see that. Actually, that's right side up. Sorry about that. And I'm going to continue on around each one of these little dots to see what I can come up with here. And I may put in a few more ideas, you know, or the little spikes on this drawing too. The wonderful thing about being creative is if you don't like how it's turning out, you can either do like Bob Ross does, like happy little mistakes and color over it or whatever, but you can always get a new piece of paper. Creativity is very cheap. You don't have to have a lot. Like this is a ballpoint pen and a piece of printer paper. You could do it with any kind of paper that you can find around. So my next project will probably be collaging, which all you have to have is magazines and sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. All you have to have is magazines and an idea really of where you're going. And again, I looked on Pinterest last night for ideas. Okay. So this is how this looks. So I'm going to do it this way. So now I'm going to add some color. I do have some markers. I'm going to pause the video so I can go get those. I wasn't thinking about that.